Alright, I think it's working now. I think the mic is better. I switched. I was trying to broadcast earlier and it was wonky. So it should be good now. Let me see. Alright. I just thought this would be a fun little sculpt. I made this sculpt a while ago. It is of Maxx. If you're not familiar with Maxx, he's from Image Comics. It's this guy right here. He's like, the weird thing is he's like a hobo. Like a hobo superhero. He has some sort of psychological issues. He's very interesting, like along with Lobo and some others. Oh, Pit. Pit is interesting. I think I'll make something of Pit later. But Maxx I thought was kind of a fun little thing to do real quick. He's basically all muscle with a head, but I'm going to have my own kind of take on it. A little more skull-like. I made a sculpt of this guy a while ago. Let me switch back to the other thing here. Let me just go ahead and just see how everything's doing now. Alright. Okay, it's working. Cool. Alright. As I was saying here. Okay. Now what I have here is a sphere. I'm going to go ahead and start making the head start right here real quick. Alright, and also I want to smooth this out here. The head is this weird shape, which I'm going to go ahead and start drawing the features. Like what's going to happen is it's kind of like I want to make sure I make these. He's not a penguin, but let's see, CB. I always like this clay buildup. So basically, I'm going to carve these in here. I'm going to make a kind of a skull here, right here. So along that line there, bring the jaw out a bit, and then I'm going to make it better. Hold on, just trying to get the shape here. I'm going to use the clip BT. What's it called? The rectangle. So what I can do is now I can go ahead and trim that so it's flat. There it goes. And then what I can do is I can start making the body. I'm going to flatten a bit. I'm going to build this up a bit right here. Gonna build that out, make this go out a lot further. Kind of a good start right there. I can always lower that a bit. I'm gonna I'm gonna lower that actually. Switch here, go to here. Oh shoot! What the heck? What did I do? There it goes. Let me go ahead and take that and I'm gonna move it like that. Yeah. There it goes. I'm gonna add some mass to the back of this right here. Now I want to make sure it's very skull-like. I gotta make sure I kind of, because my interpretation of this guy was like I had his facial features a little more. Oh, hello there. We got. Oh, I see. I told you the audio's better. We got Creeper Factory 64 and Erwin. Hey Erwin, welcome back again. So let me just go ahead and type that in. I don't know, just like to. I think it's put a little effort. Oh, Creeper Factory and Erwin. I'm just making. If you're wondering what I'm making here, it's this guy here from Image Comics. So right now I just kind of started roughing out the head here right now, and yeah. So right now he's got this weird thing with like these teeth, kind of along those lines of this, which I'll get to in a bit. But I'm gonna undo that real quick. I'm gonna start making his body, and what I'm gonna do is, since I have Dynamesh on, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just extract this here, take this here, move this out, Dynamesh. I was actually thinking about using spheres, or trying to rough them out, but that's fine. This will work. Hold on. Oh my gosh, we could choose the right thing. Right here. I'm going to move this down. It looks funny right now. It looks like a duck. I whenever I meet him the first time before, he looked like a duck. Oh, you're a Minecraft fan? You know, I was making you know, I was the funny thing is, I was talking. You know who Sky does Minecraft, right? Funny story. It was a long time ago. I don't. It wasn't as. It's not. It wasn't a time when he was so as big as he is now. But a long time ago, he actually contacted me. But he was looking for. I don't know. He was like looking for like a handout. It wasn't that. Well, it was strange. But he wanted a commission of his character. He wanted a commission of his Minecraft character a while ago. It was interesting. I didn't even know who he was before. I never knew who he was. Or it sounds funny when I say that, but yeah, yeah, it was a long time ago. I don't know. He contacted me and wanted to have a statue of his character fighting a squid. You know, and I had all this. I had this planned out. He wanted a giant sculpture, like something to commemorate his character and things like that. It was kind of. It wasn't a tough, like the budget he was trying to like have me work with was not gonna cut it. Like he was expecting some sort of huge thing for under like a. It was just not cutting it. It was just not worth it. Like. And also, I said, you know, if it's, you know, and also I wanted some verification that it was him. Like, I may make something smaller. I was actually thinking of making his, digitally make his Minecraft character fight that squid, like, so long ago that he wanted. But, and then 3D print it or something. Just trying to do this real quick. Hold on. Yeah, it was a while ago. Yeah, but I was thinking about it's very interesting. His design was very interesting. Like I think it was fan art. He has someone make his like his that one thing, but yeah, it was a while ago. That was a while ago though. Now I'm just trying to kind of over it. Like I was like it wasn't that I don't know rude. I don't think it was rude. It was just that this is what he wasn't very responsive at times too. It was just not. It wasn't working out. Kind of sucked, but I would have been interested in. But oh well. Oh well, that's wrong. Hold on. Looks funny right now, but I will adjust the proportions and everything later. Hold on. It will look better soon. Normally I use tubes and things like that, and I use cylinders, and that actually, tell you the truth, might be a little easier. Let me go back real quick. There's a process like doing now. Watch this. I go to BIT. I get my cylinder here. It's I like it. I like doing digital just because it's a lot cleaner. Oh shoot! Do I have that still there? What? I'm so sorry. No. Thanks for telling me. No. It's been a while since I've broadcasted, so I forgot to like switch. Thanks for telling me. Thanks. Oops. Oh, I spelled. Okay. Sorry about that. Thanks for telling me. I just. Yeah. That sucks. That's annoying. That was ridiculous. Super ridiculous, really. But thanks for telling me. Alright, this is kind of the start here. I'm gonna have to That's a... Oh, what the heck? What? Hold on. I think my... How's the broadcast? Is it doing all right? It says my live stream is dying? I had some frames dropped. Okay, it's not bad right now. Hold on. Gotta center that. Okay, it's restabilizing. I don't know why it dropped. Now I'm gonna turn my internet kind of sucks, and I need to broadcast more, but hold on. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone then. It said it had some drops. Okay, so back to this here. Don't worry, it'll get better, okay? I have the figure right next to me, and his head is like really small actually. I should probably shrink his head. So basically it kind of starts off like this here. I think I might have to elongate certain parts of it. Let me go ahead and move this back right here. So it starts rough like this, okay? And I'll refine it. It's basically just building with like very primary shapes. It's just like how you draw or you just build things. You don't build like the details yet until later. Alright, so while I'm doing this here, I'm gonna go ahead and mask parts again right there, just to make sure it's masked. I'm gonna go ahead and drag this down. I'll fix it, everything, fix the proportions, but not yet. Just gotta place things here and there. And I'm gonna pull this out for his feet. His feet aren't that big, but I'm gonna use the clip. Oh, wrong one. Kind of just start like this right here. But oh, my broadcast is playing still. Whoops. Okay, there it goes. Alright, it starts like this, and I'm gonna start buffing him up. This is like the general kind of stick man thing that usually people start with. Also, I have to make sure these are polygrouped properly. See this here? These aren't polygrouped properly, so I'm gonna make sure these are polygrouped right. Oh, that's right. VSR. These are... It's a lot faster to work digitally than traditionally. But then, you know, you got to 3D print it. And that's where traditional kind of wins overall. You know, if you have exactly what you want, then it can work. I have to polygroup this real quick. So it's easier for me to switch between things. It's like working with wax almost. Like, you have to have good control over your work. Right here. Right there. I'm going to mask this. I want the head to be separate so it's easy for me to switch between two. Group masked. I want the... Oh shoot, I didn't get the rest of that. Hold on. There we go, let me try that again. Group mask. If you have any questions or anything, I can go ahead and answer them or whatnot. Now this here, I want to make sure I have this. Let me group visible here. I need to make sure oh, there it goes. I have kind of the shoulders kind of different group right here. I'm gonna group that. I'm gonna get the neck as well now, just so that I have is kind of a separate. So I'm gonna have the kind of the trapezius right here going. I'm gonna group that. I want the... okay, before I group any more things, I'm going to go ahead and just keep it that way. So it's easy for me to switch. See, I could go for the neck. I can go for the body right here, sculpt that. That kind of stuff. Oh, it's L. Hey, L. Just trying to work on this one character from a comic book. Just trying to BMV. Let's go ahead and bulk him up a bit. Make him a little wider. Kind of add this hunch to his back right here. Bring this out right here. Yeah, Maxx is this like roided out dude, man. He's a roided out hobo. No joke. Just trying to get the proportions. I gotta go to the clay buildup at this point right here. Just kind of build up my form right here. He's a roided out son of a gun. I'm gonna have to lower this part right here a bit. I have to bring this up a bit more. Right there. So along that line right there. I'm gonna pose this later too. Okay, so L, this is Creeper Factory 64. He used to be a Minecraft fan. I think he's trying to say hi to you, so I'm just pointing that out. So just like to, first time I've seen him today, but hopefully I'll see him more. Like how I see you and Erwin quite a bit, Erwin and L. So there's some others too that are the usuals, but I'm just trying to. Now I'm going to try building up the shoulders here. So I'm going to add by the way the muscles are, similar kind of to how the muscles are right here. I'm going to add the pecs. Pecs are kind of fan shaped right here. The rib cage, I'm going to start with the rib cage here to bring out the anatomy. Curl up right there. The abs, the pelvis. Just kind of add that right there. I'm gonna add the collarbone too, because the collarbone, like, I'm like a big fan of like making sure you see like the under anatomy. It's like, also he's got like large pecs, so these are just kind of getting the shape right now. I mean, I'm gonna add the sternocleidomastoid. Oh my gosh, I can't say it right now. Which is that muscle that runs right here, along with this. I want this like serious Adam's apple right here. Let's go ahead and. I can't really topologize yet because there's parts that are hidden still. You feel done with the name? Yeah. Well, when someone tries to introduce it, to me when I said it, yeah. When I was saying your name, I'm like, no, it's fine though. It happens. Yeah. You don't really think until much later when you're more sensible. But yeah, it happens. Just kind of bulking them up right now. Any kind of the muscles right here. Oh, that's right, I can't. Oh, that's not good. There it goes. And the way he's supposed to have on his face are like these teeth things. I kind of feel like wanting to pose him already. But not yet. I can't get it. I want to start in T-pose, so what I can do is I can pose them later and then make them different things. It's like my own personal like sculpture action figure in a sense. I could reuse it and make different things rather than making it in one pose. That's kind of the cool thing about digital, is I don't have to worry about that kind of troubles. I might have to go ahead and shrink his head real quick. Hold on. Is there anything else I missed? Oh yeah, I did. What the heck? Are they the same polygroup? What the heck? Whoops, daisy. Did I get it now? The cool thing about this is I can always take it and I can shrink it. When it comes to traditional, that was always the tough thing to do. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to move right here. Shrink the head down a bit. Not too much though. Maybe that. I don't know. If you guys want to share any input, that's that could be good too. You don't have to. I think no. His head has to be that size. I'm gonna have to change the. Maybe it's the height. So what I can do here is, I could make it taller like that. And you know what? I think I should make his head. Nah, not yet. Okay. I don't want to combine anything yet, so I'm gonna go to this here. Now the issue here is that these are separate poly groups. So I have to go to here, and then I have to group visible. So this is before. This is after. Now I have to do the same thing right here, real quick. Just real quick, hold on. Just be easier. Oh, there already are. Cool. That works. Okay. Now I'm going to start forming the limbs right here, real quick. You're a cringy kid. Well, I'll tell you the truth, everyone's cringy. Just. Oh, we want to play? Yeah. This guy does Minecraft. When I found out about him when I was, I guess almost got commissioned. Like he was offering money, but it just was not enough to make a huge, like 3 foot, 3 foot like diorama. It's like a 2 foot I think he wanted, of that one thing he wanted. So I started watching some of his videos and things like that. It was all right. I wouldn't say I got hooked or anything. It was just that it was kind of funny, I guess, but I guess it was kind of annoying at times. The reason why I'm doing this right now with the arms, the reason why it's T-pose, I need to do T-pose, is so that I have this armpit area. It's something for me to work with later. And then if I have the arms laying down, I can't sculpt that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just dynamesh this right here real quick. Did I dynamesh? Or did I turn that off? Hold on. Geometry. Oh, I have dynamesh off. There it goes. Actually, I'm going to lower that a bit. It's a little too high still. I'm going to go to 25. 24, I guess. Let me see how it looks here. That's fine. I don't want too much detail yet. That's the thing with regular sculpting. It also makes it easier for me to move larger shapes around. BMV also allows for the move tool here, a BMV, which is like one of like the most common tool used in digital sculpting. Is this move tool here? I could just move these here and move that there. Like I probably use the move tool to say I would let's soften that a bit right there. I would probably use to bring this back right here, kind of like start making the muscles here before I do even any real sculpting. And I would bring this kind of in right here, and kind of like that, kind of form the shape of the arm. And since these are polygrouped, I can always shrink and tweak, which is the thing about traditional sculpting, is that I like it and everything. It's just that it can be a little annoying. It's just also so much cleaner. Oh my gosh, I had such a mess with traditional sculptures, man. Just drove me crazy. But if you guys have anything else you want to share or anything, or any suggestions maybe of something I should make in the future, I did some, like DS. But I get carried away with other projects though. I will try to get I try to get to them though. But like I need like work, so like I can't get to it's usually my free time I use to do those stuff. Like this stuff right here. Like this is kind of free time right here, kind of. Alright, and usually this guy always has fists. His hands are never usually open, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go to a B. IT, which is the insert shapes. I'm going to go ahead and... It's pretty much what I would do with clay if I had to add large shapes to things. Where I would add like a cube of clay to the hand. Now we use the move tool here, and I'm gonna what the heck? I'm gonna turn local symmetry on. There it goes. That should work. There it goes. Kind of make that hand kind of shape right here. Well, I guess I should make it a little thicker. Maybe arch it a bit. Put that there. Hope everything's doing alright. It's kind of getting there. I might have to shrink his arm. I don't know if I should shrink his arms. He's got massive legs though. This character here, so he's just a massive character overall. He probably, I would say, he would like beat up all the superheroes. Personally, I think. Okay, let me go ahead and start tweaking these legs right here. So they start matching the rest of him. It's always important again, I kind of get consistency overall with the piece. Just kind of something like this here, like to start. Well, now don't get me wrong. I do like sculpting a bunch of like just general characters, but I like to kind of focus on the ones that are like popular right now. Like it's like, you know, like I don't know. I was thinking Destiny 2 characters, or because, you know, Destiny came out recently, so I was thinking about doing something Destiny like. I couldn't really find any real reference images of any like new enemies, since it's, you know, the game is so new. But I guess I was thinking about revisiting the old, you know, Destiny 1. It's not, I shouldn't call it like old, but also his legs are weird too. His legs are kind of weird. He's got like large calves, but his boots though are strange. I would say, okay, if you want to get good with anatomy, oh, you know what, like, when I first started sculpture, after I finished my first, like, sculpting class, it was, like, funny thing is, your fundamental sculpting class doesn't really teach you much about, like, the skill of how to sculpt. It's more, like, how, like, the concept of sculpting. Like, they teach you a little bit, but I tell you the truth, like, unless you go to an actual, like, anatomy class or actual sculpting class that actually teach you to make monsters and stuff like that, you don't normally pick up this stuff. But like once you get the hang of anatomy, it's pretty easy to kind of throw it on there. And I would say maybe like, oh sorry, my whole point is that after my first my conceptual, I guess, sculpting class, I made a figure starting from the bones to the muscles. All right, it's called an écrochet piece. There's some classes that can help you with that, and if you actually do an écrochet piece, you can actually, it helps you learn the muscles a lot faster. Then rather than just kind of just sculpting the shapes. Now, shapes and forms can work. However, you start developing something called like the artistic anatomy, which is basically it looks right, but it may not be right. There's some sculptors that have had the issues or tendencies of making their own kind of anatomy and kind of get away with it. Not like it's wrong or anything. It's just that I want to spread these legs apart a bit. Actually, hold on real quick. That's why I have these separate subgroups and things like that. Hold on, I need to turn this over real quick. Oopsie daisy. There it goes. Oops. Hold on. I'm going to hide this head here. Oops, I didn't mean to that. I did not mean to that. There it goes. Also, yeah, just get in some anatomy books. Get anatomy books. Definitely make sure you shoot. Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to position this right so that when I move this, it'll swing accordingly. There it goes. Because I need space between the legs right here. Wait, we? Did I say we or something? Or are you saying yes? Like we? I don't know. Also, when I make these figures and things like that, I like to add a base to it all, so I can like cut it away so it can like, stand upright, flat. So there's other tools and things like that, but I like to see it on a base, like when I do traditional sculpting. And that's by going here. But I would say anatomy books. There's some good ones out there. Now, there's a special book though that's really good. It's basically it's an anatomy book on weightlifting. It was perhaps the best anatomy book ever. It's amazing. It's basically like superhero anatomy. I was actually thinking about making my own like anatomy figure that's based on the superhero figure. The ideal superhero kind of has an artistic kind of look with like different removable and replaceable heads, stuff like that. What was the piece again? What piece? The piece again. Oh, piece. Sorry, I don't know which part. There's a lag. There's a lag in the broadcast. I try to minimize, but I think it's still there. I think there's like a 5, 10. I think it's a 5 or 10. I think it's 10 seconds maybe. Piece. I don't recall right now. My mind's all over the place trying to sculpt this. I'm trying to think. It might. Oh wait, actually, I'm doing this wrong. Crap. Hold on. Oh darn it all! Okay, that's what it is. Oh, sorry, hold on. He still has the shape of his calves. It's his his shoes that are weird. Oh my gosh, they look so weird. Don't worry, it'll get better. I have to find the BFA. Sorry. The crochet piece is great. I think his legs are a little too big, but oh well. I'll fix that later. So crochet is a figure made based kind of like the muscles. It's kind of getting there. I really want the collarbone again. Like I was like I'm a huge like fan of like the underlying figure, so I'm gonna. Oh boy. I'm gonna cut away this right here. Let's smooth that out, and then I'm gonna kind of make these kind of collarbones right here to kind of start, and then I'll cut this right here, and I might have to bring down the shoulders a bit. Oh, that's not the move brush. Bring that out and bring this down right here. Bring the chest out a bit. The anatomy piece? Oh, crochet. Crochet is, you mean that? Oh, I was gonna make an anatomy figure based on the, superhero ideal proportions. And actually, I was making it a while ago traditionally. But I was thinking about making it as a digital piece maybe. And then, I don't know, having people, look on it online or something, make it cheaper, or maybe have the figure kind of mass produced for reference sake. Like, just for a reference next to your desk. Desk? What's desk? But yeah, the rib cage, I always like the rib cage. It's kind of this whole barrel kind of look. And you got the straightest anterior muscle right here that comes down right here. Stuff like that. And the rib cage, the abs right here, which I can always smooth out. It's a strip of muscle right here, along with the obliques right here, which Come right here. Let me smooth this out real quick. The legs are, oh my gosh, come on. Also, make sure you have a good I don't know, like my tablet. This tablet here is a replacement for my other tablet, and I've had it for a while and it's been doing really well, but I've had just annoyances with this tablet. Oh. Oh yeah, for the Nami book, make sure you don't look for the regular Nami books. You want to look for like the good one. It's just that a lot of Nami books out there are kind of plain. They're not that good. You have to look for like a weightlifting anatomy book. Can't recall right now what it's called, but I think it's something along those lines. I'm gonna go ahead and merge this real quick. I need better. Oh, it's getting there. It's looking good. There's some other stuff you could find. I'm just gonna bulk in the muscles right here. There's little rules you have to make when you do anatomy. You can't like just make each. I guess there's a certain look you can go for when you make each of the individual muscles and stuff like that. But you can't. You gotta like tone it down a bit. Like sometimes when I make these muscular figures, I do go along the direction of the muscle, which is important. But like you don't have to go like. You have to be able to like get the primary forms. You know, there's things like primary, secondary, trietary forms, and they're all pretty important, and you have to like get the hang of it before you can go ahead and do stuff. But yeah, once you have the hang of it, it's like I want to say it's no problem. Just that it's just so much easier to kind of sculpt figures like this. Just any figure really. You can just throw something together. It's like weightlifting anatomy or something. A brilliant book. Not many know about. Like, and even they do, they're like, "Ooh, so cool." I have that muscle that runs along the middle of the thigh right here. But remember, it does take. If you take the time to memorize the anatomy, like it's. I guess another way to become better is by drawing it. If you can draw it. I'm not saying that sculpting doesn't help, but like. Drawing is another level of understanding of it, and I took a life drawing class. I took a fundamental drawing class and a life drawing class. His abs got a really serious rib cage there. Is he going live? No. Go make these calves now. Now these calves are interesting. They're like, you know, I always found interesting like the anatomy of the. No, I just gotta work on this shape right here. Oh, that's weird. I've only been sculpting for like 40 minutes. Dang. Looks pretty good already. Let's get those glutes going. Gluteus maximus. Look at them glutes. No kidding. That muscle right there. And then you got the muscle that goes right here. Then you got this sartorius muscle that goes around here, but I have to carve that out a bit because that makes no sense. Well, I guess I could get away with it. BDS, which is the brush, which is short for Damien. I cut that right there. Because this muscle, also got to make sure I emphasize the kneecaps and whatnot. CB right here. I'm gonna make this a little more bulkier right here. Remember, don't get too carried away with the details just yet. Get the form first before anything, okay? You know, kind of the kneecap right here, along with kind of that bone for the femur right here. Kind of that right there, which then cuts down right here, which there's a muscle that goes in front of it right here, which then this dips in, kind of. And there's a muscle that goes right here, which I need to cut that away right there. It looks rough, but I'm just kind of throwing stuff in there. You gotta just kind of throw things. You're like, work. I'm gonna have to cut this away so that I can work on like the front of the ankle or something. Uh-oh, video output low. Stream restarted itself. That's interesting. Alright, back to this figure right here. He's getting there. Oh boy. Is that right? Is that good? Yeah, I think so. So I'm gonna no, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna mask this real quick. All right, then I'm gonna go ahead to. Remember, if you want to have any questions, I answered some questions earlier. But let me see. I'm just trying to do some stuff right here. I'm gonna hide the body here. What I want to do is I want to unmask this right here because I want to tweak the shoulders a bit. Just trying to, whoops-a-daisy. Hold on. I'm trying to repose it a little bit. I'll pose this figure into a better pose later. And then I'm gonna probably stop the broadcast in about an hour, and I had to move on to some other work, but it's looking good so far. Now I'm gonna take this tool right here. I'm gonna actually, I should really like. There it goes. That's better. I like to have the shoulders back. It's always nice when the heroic figure has the shoulders back. I want to check my stream quality real quick. It's dropped some frames, which I'm not happy about. I think if I'm going to broadcast in the future again, I'm going to have to restart my router. Man, this internet. I've been thinking about switching back to Verizon again. Okay. I think that's better right there. I'm going to go to the move brush. Chest seems a little kind of deflated right there. Also pull the abs out a bit right there. And I kind of tone them down a bit, maybe. As I was saying before, I have to append a base to this real quick. I don't need it, but it's kind of nice to have. Allows me to have a better idea of what I'm looking at, I guess, like idea-wise, and also it's great for how do I move that over? It's like how I would usually sculpt traditionally. There it goes. All right, let's get in there. It's kind of it is looking a lot like the figure that I made, but I'm making this a lot faster than the figure I made traditionally. And this figure that I've made in the past before, traditionally with clay, you know, I made it a while ago. I have it right next to me too. And it's a great little like reference piece on anatomy too. I was like really going all out on anatomy on this figure. There you go. So I got my kind of my base for it, so it's a lot easier for me. I think I'm gonna go ahead and trim this, and I'm gonna maybe add a shape to this later. because I kind of feel like this is getting in the way of my. I have to go to BT. What is that brush again? It is the trim rectangle, or I want the trim last. Let me go. Let me do that. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and retopologize that real quick. Just because this part right here was just kind of like annoying the heck out of me, so I'm gonna add the feet in later. All right, so. Oh, sorry. Oh, my ear is bothering me. Let me see. What do I have here for the? All right, still has the ankles and everything, so I'm gonna keep the move brush going. What the heck? What's going? Oh, my focal shift is terrible. There it goes. I was like, what is it doing? Is this high? Okay. Kind of like along those lines right there. Or do I say along those lines? It gets me. Trying to make kind of like ankle bones right here. Maybe tone it down a bit. Kind of like that right there. Hold on. Right, sorry about that. Hope frames are still working. I hope the frames look good still. I hope it's not having issues. BDS right here. Trying to exaggerate these calves a bit. Like, this guy's like squatting a lot, so I want him to have some great legs. Let's see what else. It's really good. I'm under 100,000 so far of polygon. That's good. That's really good. I'm gonna bring out these ankles a bit. Not ankles, these heels. Oh, that is the wrong spot for a heel. If I turn transparency on, you can see how funny it looks with the base there, but it's all part of the plan. For the time being, I will go ahead and append a sphere, which will be in a separate subtool. So when I dynamesh, which is when the program retopologizes and enhances the topology without adding too much. So yeah. Oh yeah, see, yeah, right, El? Yeah. So, as I said before, that like it's only been, I can check my broadcast right now, and I think it's only been about 50 minutes. So it's turning out really nice. Like I could probably do something like this quick too traditionally, and I could still get like the kind of like same results, really. But like the fact that I can take this and then manipulate it later to any pose I want and any size I want, and then print it, it's kind of like a huge benefit. Oops, see, there's a topology, so I could go ahead and isolate the parts I want. I want that there. Oh, I don't know what that's doing there. I can go back. I can click that when working the legs right here, which I might have to clean up the topology a little bit, like make it a little more accurate, but I can then switch between it all. That's kind of the nice thing too. It's like working with wax, where you can mask and isolate things so you don't have to worry about damaging the other parts, and you can undo. Yeah. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks. Yeah. As I said before, like, okay, like the ones I'm really interested in, like sculpting, if you guys have any suggestions, would have to be like popular. I've been doing YouTuber stuff, like I've been making like the Markiplier M and Let me go ahead and save this real quick so I can show you guys real quick. So let me save as, just make sure save. Let's save as Maxx right here. Do I want to replace it? Yes. Hold on. Lightbox. Okay. So in my recent here, where is it at? Right. This one here. Yeah. Sure. I'll save it again. Let me go ahead and save it as 2 instead. All right. So this is basically I do work right here. Oh, hold on. I 3D printed this already. This is a YouTuber that is that plays. He's pretty popular. He's got some millions, some more than like million subscribers. I think he's like a few million. I made that. You know, it's kind of like I don't think I've posted the video. Have I? Online? I don't recall. Did I post a video of this already? I don't recall. But so this one I 3D printed. I posted a picture of it on my Instagram. And then, oops, let me go to the other one real quick. Then this is Jacksepticeye. He's another YouTuber. He's an Irish YouTuber. He has this thing called Sam. It's an eyeball. Oh, this is a bounding box. Whenever you want to 3D print something, and you want to export it from ZBrush, you have to make this bounding box around it so that the program can properly calculate the dimensions of it. So let me go to here. Okay. So I can make a keychain version. I have a regular version. So regular version, keychain, and I can also make a magnet out of it. I can make a hole in the back, which is pretty cool. So I made this little design right here. There was so many different designs for this iris right here, and like it was just, I had like a few different designs for it. I had like probably 6 or 10 different irises with a different design. There's that one right there. So I'm thinking about like working with not working with YouTubers, but I'll be willing to work with a YouTuber, but like I don't know, like there's stuff here, and then there's the Markiplier M. Like nothing too much. It's just simple little M with a mustache. I was able to do that in a morning and print it the same morning. So look right here. So I got this regular. Then I have the magnet one where it has a hole in the back of it, and then I have a keychain. So it's very easy for me to kind of make stuff like different things, keychains, magnets, and the standard. I make variations. Very easy to tweak meshes quickly in ZBrush. Let me see. Let me go back. So, oh yeah, then I made this thing real quick. This is for a future client right here. It's a cool little logo of his. I made it better than what it used to be. Like in terms of what happened was it was like it was a drawing was done by hand. It was a little, I want to say sloppy. It was just not symmetrical. Hold on. Let me turn my boiling on. So this is what it is right here. Like the drawing he sent or that he showed me was just not symmetrical, so I had to tweak it and make it sharp. So this is kind of like one thing right here. This is going to be a base, so it's going to be flat like this, and there's going to be a figure on top of it. But that's not till later. I just wanted to make it to kind of show him, kind of demonstrate. It wasn't that hard, but it was kind of a fun little project for me to try to do. It also establishes, you know, kind of like an interest for the client. It's so yeah, it's a lot of like mind games. No. And then you saw the Gur and Piggy one, right? It's like, it was a while ago. I'm more like a freelance. I do projects for people, and I freelance. Oh, then here's Gur and Piggy. Yay! I was really happy with this one. You know what? If you look online, like, oh my gosh, so much cringe. Like, oh, it just made me shudder when I saw the one like online, the model that was actually being sold of this. Like, it was just like, what bothered me is Gur's head was like squished. I'm like, ugh. I like mine. I'm not saying this because I made it, but it's just like, it's so much more appealing. Like, I made this before traditionally in clay for my brother for his birthday, and I found it actually recently too, as I was going through my stuff. But yeah, I 3D printed. I just haven't like finished patching it. I just have it kind of laying around. So I made it into several pieces. So look, if you look here, here's solo mode. Here's one piece. Here is a second piece, which is the pigtail. Third piece is Gur's head. Fourth and fifth is the ears, and then the sixth is like the nose. Printed separately, optimizing the quality of the print, so it turned out a lot better. Please tell me about no more frames have been cut off yet. Okay, good. It really annoys me. Okay. So I was working and I stopped. I got sidetracked. I was also trying to work on this Markiplier piece. But, oh yeah, if you guys are a fan of Avatar: Last Airbender at all, this is an Iroh bust I made a while ago. Iroh from Avatar: Last Airbender. Would you like to save changes? No. So here's Iroh coming up right about now. Okay. So here's Iroh here. I was also interested in outsourcing 3D printing, like meaning that I had 3D printing companies print my stuff for me. Because I was also experimenting with making my models hollow, so it uses less material, which saves me tons of money if I had a solid piece. And then I could just fill it with like plaster or something and then mold and cast it. So here's Iroh. Alright. Oh, let me see. Do you have anything? Oh yeah, I was trying to make the Avatar characters, and here's Jiren from Dragon Ball Super. If you're familiar with Dragon Ball Z, you know Dragon Ball Super. So here is Jiren. I made them free and available for download, and you can 3D print your own. Cool little thing right here. Alright, and then let's scroll down again. Some Dragon Ball. Oh, I forgot to get back to that person about that figure. Oh, I forgot. Someone contacted me. Oh, here's the Doom doll. Oh, wow, it saved quite a bit. Project has been changed. No, I didn't want to. Here's the Doom doll. That made a while ago. I was quite proud of it. I'm so proud of it, actually. I printed this at like a foot tall. Like the biggest I've made this has been a foot. I had to make this design along the back myself right here, along the back of the legs and the back portion right here. Not the whole thing, because on my reference material didn't have any of this here. So I had to guess. It was one of the biggest projects, because I just, I started really getting into ZBrush last November. It was like December, I guess. Let me see. Let me go ahead and I'll go back to the Maxx one soon. Daredevil, Reinhardt, Korra, May, Ty Lee. What is this? Vegeta? No. Hold on. It's just got a lot of like different saved files. Oh, here's Iroh. I like this one too. The bust that I made was basically made from this full figure I made of him. Changes? No, I don't. I didn't make any changes. I hate when it tells me that I didn't do anything to it. So this is the Iroh one right here. So as you can see here, what I did was I clipped it right here, and I made a bust out of it. So the thing though that I like to change about it is this. Like the thing I updated with the bust, or basically the headpiece for him, was that I removed this issue right here. It just bothers me so much. It's all that space right there. I could fix it, but later though. But it prints really well. It prints in two pieces. The feet are separate and from the body, so it prints flat against the print bed. So it reduces support material between the stand and the body. I put quite a bit of effort into like these models here, and it goes a long way. Although I should like look into some tutorials, like just like some processes I'm not familiar with, and I think would make me even go faster. Sorry, if you guys want me to get back to the Maxx figure, I can go back to that. I'm just kind of showcasing Stefano, which is from that thing from Majin Buu right here from a while ago. Oh, Buff Rick. Probably should have been I did not change it. Not yet, at least. Let me tone that down a bit. There it goes. Here's Buffrick. I 3D printed him too as well. I made him into 2 pieces. I cut him into leg. It used to be 3 head, body, and then legs. However, there was issues with printing his head on my printer, so I decided to make sure his head remained attached, and it did do a lot better. All right, let me go back to Maxx now. I think I've diverted myself. So basically, my whole point is that if there's anything popular like Destiny 2 characters or YouTuber kind of thing, I would be willing to kind of work on that. Just kind of like, maybe it's kind of like in some on my spare time. So let me see. So I got the ankles going. I got the heel going. Oh yeah, I was going to append a sphere. That's right. That's fine when it looks like that. It's almost time for me to start detailing. It's going to look marvelous. Okay. So the reason why I have a sphere added separately, let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead into, wow, okay. No, I'll show you, but I'm going to use the move brush, BMV. Now, the reason why I have a separate sculpt tool here is because his foot goes like, comes up to like, it loops, like it makes kind of a hill, goes up and then it comes down. And the issue is that it kind of gets in the way of my sculpting, and I don't want to use the damn standard brush. The it's spelled D-A-M, it's short for Damien. So I wanted to go ahead and just kind of switch to, I want to just kind of pull this out right here. Oops. Kind of pull it out, kind of like that. So it helps me kind of avoid that issue that I would usually have. So now I don't have to cut into it, and I can switch between the 2 models. So look, see here, solo mode. This is what a current sub tool is on. I could work with that. So also, I might have to reduce the topology a bit. So the way to do that, since I imported a high resolution model, I go to the ZRemesher and I turn on adaptive, and let me try that. Okay, it reduced a little bit. As you can see before, it used to be 8,000. Now it's about 4,000 points. I could do more. Let me do half again. I want less geometry right there. There it goes. That's a little better. Just make it so it's easier for me to kind of form and get kind of like the shape right here. There it goes. That's kind of like its foot shape. All right, and now you're like, wait, but look, you only have one. What happens with the other one? No fear. Okay, it's right here. What I do is I go to Subtool Master, I go to Mirror, I say OK, make sure it's on the X-axis, and boom, a second one. What? Nani? Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, your dad. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm happy that your dad liked it. That's right. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot I said that to you. Oh, thanks, Creeper Factory. How about I call you Factory 64? Oh, like, thanks, Creeper. No. Thanks, Factory 64. You must have had that name, and you must have thought of Nintendo 64. That's good. I'm happy that your dad liked it. I think he sent me a message or something. I think he did. I think he sent me a message on YouTube about it. Oh shoot, I messed that up. Hold on. Yeah, I've got to turn symmetry on. There it goes. Yeah, your dad posted, I think, a thing on my my channel saying he loved it and thanks, and I'm like, you're welcome, and he would be watching or something. It was a little while ago. Gonna pop this out a bit for the back leg here. You know, the funny thing is, like, basically I do work that yelling face I showed you earlier, that YouTuber I mentioned. Like, I posted on Instagram, and he said before that he would like to have it. I'm like, sure, I'll give it to you. You know, I'm pretty confidential with like people's addresses. I don't just give them out, especially like a YouTuber. Like, just in people in general, I guess. I shouldn't just because it's a YouTuber, but the thing is that he says, "Oh, give me." I'm like, sure, okay. It'd be cool to go. Oh shit, there's a fly in here. I got pizza here, and there goes my sculpture. It dropped. Oh crap! Please no flies in here. Hold on. Oh good. I got pizza earlier today, and it's great. Pizza's awesome. I got it from Pizza Hut. Oh, sorry, the story about the basically I do work. He was interested in it and sent it, but he commented on my work about the figure that I made of his. I'm like, sure, and I never heard a response back. It's happened twice already. You know, I didn't give anyone Got Drum's address. He's a YouTuber. I didn't give anyone his address. I kept it confidential. I'm not going to give that away. It's ridiculous. I'm going to be very professional. Just kind of roughing out the hands now. Oh, that's not right. I'm going to add the fingers too. Now, his hands, okay, the thing about this character's hands is that they're always usually clenched. So, what I'm thinking about doing is, I want to have his hands open one time. No, his hands are usually clenched all the time. So I'm trying to think about this. What do I want to do? I'm like serious though. His hands are always. That's looking pretty good so far. Look at them glutes. Them glutes. It looks a little funny though. I'm gonna have to fix that. Zooming up has made me realize that they need a little bit of a not a lift, but a drop. Move brush is the digital artist's best friend. There it goes. So it's about shapes and forms. You know, sometimes you gotta do things that may not seem right, but they have to be done. So look, okay. Here's what I'm talking about right here for forms right here. Now look, if you look at this arm right here, as you can see, you got it dips here, comes out, comes here. It's got this kind of this nice eye appeal right here. That's kind of the form or flow to it. So if you look at this side, and then this side is kind of flat. Okay, flat is not bad, but it gives a contrast to it. It's a contradicting contrast to it. All right, and you want that kind of flow. So if I was to cut away this, that's what. Oh shit! Oh, whoops a daisy. I don't have the select rectangle selected. BSR. There it goes. Okay, as you see here, look at this. Okay, this is a great example. I always look for this. All right, the contrast between the back and the front. What I do is I always have the back right here. It's important that you know these high points and these low points. All right, just for arms, legs, body, all sorts of things. Okay, as you can see here, it's always further out on the back at the top. Okay, and so the high points here. The high point of the chest is usually around here. And it has this nice kind of contrast right here, boom, and then this kind of dips in right here. So it has a lot of kind of like waviness to it. So what I try to do here is try to do the same thing right here. So I'm gonna probably bring this out a bit. Oh, that's not right. Hold on. What is that? Why is that there? What the heck? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is sometimes use the inflate, but I'm gonna kind of buff that up right there a bit. Make kind of a bit of a contrast, kind of boom, boom, right there, boom, boom. Okay. Right there, so it's got kind of this contrast. So I keep saying that, it's kind of annoying me now. Along that line right there. Alright, and then the same goes for the calves. Look, like with the calves right here, let me turn transparency on a little bit right there. Let me turn solo mode on. There it goes. Look at the calves here. It's boom, high, and then kind of gradual. This one right here is boom and kind of cuts right in real quick. So, and you got to make sure you have emphasis on kind of like the bones where the muscles meet. So it's important, as I said before, anatomy, anatomy, anatomy. This is not even the high resolution like model yet. This is still pretty low. This is only, actually I'm not sure how many it is right now. Total points is about not even 50,000 right now, which is pretty good. I guess it makes sense. He's not. It's all right, but. What I would do is I would have a subtool right here, or geometry, I'd do divide, and it gets smoother already, see? But I'm going to go back real quick. And the cool thing about doing division here, I can switch between the two subdivisions and work with the form or work with the thing. But I'm going to go back real quick. Go back to that. We'll get back to my pizza. I like pizza. And the thing about pizza though is Pizza Hut, if you order online, it's a better deal than going in store. And I got the $7.99 offer for a large pizza. I got meatball and pepperoni on the regular pan crust with garlicky crust. It's pretty good. I don't know. I want to say garlic flavor. It's garlic butter crust or something. It's pretty good. Okay, back to this right here. All right, bop bop. All right. Oh yeah. So another thing also is when I do this part right here, the forearms here, it's very important that you emphasize certain landmarks, like knee landmarks, which are like the kneecap, or like the high points of the legs. Those are usually like kind of like muscle and bone landmarks. This is bothering me. What the heck? Why is this like this? BDS right here. Let's go ahead and kind of draw that in to show the separation of the muscle right here. The hamstrings are basically two muscles, and you know the interesting thing I always found interesting is that the hamstring is like the bicep of the arm. There's two of them, and bicep, meaning two. Two main muscles is kind of cool. So this is like the bicep, and this is like the tricep of the legs. It's because it's very similar, right? Like the tricep, there's more like the bundle right there. It's pretty crazy. Anatomy's interesting. Sorry, is there anything you guys like to see? I don't know, just like want to keep things going. Guess I should just continue. B, C, B. I'm gonna, pose this, eventually and stuff. I'm gonna just emphasize this, the bone right here. I like to emphasize the geometry underneath. It just looks so much better. And then kind of draw this down right here to kind of emphasize the kind of like the kneecap slash. And I gotta get that bone right here going right here. There's the bone right here. I'm gonna have to tone that down a bit. I just like anatomy. Okay. So aside from this one right here, sorry, I'm just trying to. I want to say it starts to slow down. It's just kind of like I just want to focus on certain stuff. Let me just check my sculpture real quick about what I did on it. Okay, that's what I did. If you guys have something to share, you go ahead and share. What's on your mind. I can talk in sculpts. Just kind of curious what's going on. All right, that's what. No, it's fine. What if I divide it? Oh, that's fine. That works. And the calves are weird things right here. They're like this here. They're like a tricep almost. And I'll just trim this down right here. Oh, come to think about it, I have my anatomy figure outside that I made before. Hold on. I can take that in here. That will help me. The emphasis I did on anatomy. Hold on. It's been a while since I've used it. I kind of want to check it real quick. Hold on. I do have to say when I look at my little kind of anatomy figure, it's about a foot tall. It's pretty cool, and it's pretty much like the anatomy I have of this guy here. So, what would you guys think? What if I made an anatomy figure kind of something along the superhero portions like this? Because this here is kind of almost reflects kind of the figure that I have next to me, but not shoulders aren't super broad like this though, but they're decently broad, more broader than a normal person. But would that be interesting if I had a model that I maybe made? Maybe one of these broadcasts I'll have my camera hooked up and you guys can see the model I'm talking about. But it's a great little figure because it shows the muscles and all the main ones that you're going to do if you want to make a buff hero. The clay is so old that it's kind of dry now. kind of semi-baked. Would that be cool if I had like it was kind of like an anatomy figure. Basically, half of it would be with muscle on, you know, with skin on, but very buff, like very toned. I would say almost like 1% body fat on one side, and the other side, would be muscle. Like, so basically, I'll turn off symmetry for the brief moment right here. Basically, it'd be something like this here. Maybe I'll divide it real quick here, and basically it would be like, let me see. Let me turn the damn, it's called a damn standard brush, the Damien brush, BDS right here. Basically, what it would look like would be pretty much kind of like this here, where, you know, here, along the lines. It's not exact. You know, I'm just doing this real quick to give you an idea here, and I can always undo all this here, right here, and then I have the muscles kind of coming down right here, there. Then you got kind of the abs coming right here. It'd be on one side here, and then, you know, got the muscles kind of emphasized here too. Where this is just real quick, okay? This is not like exactly what it looks like, but kind of along those lines right here. Based on one side, and then you got the, you know, you got the muscle right here with the trapezius that comes around. This is kind of my gist of my anatomy, the gist of like some anatomy right here with that muscle that comes down here, then this muscle right here, which then, actually that's not right, it goes like this. Kind of like that there, and it has this kind of this serrated kind of deal here. It's not ideal right now what I'm doing right here. It's not exactly correct, but, and then so you know what I'm saying, right? You know, you've seen those anatomy figures. You know, you got the muscle right here, the muscle right here, there. Then you got this muscle that comes around it there, and that comes around there. Just real quick here, there. And then I forgot the interesting thing is that this muscle is kind of bunched up actually, so it has these little striations. But it's something along the lines of this here. Like, I don't see too many like anatomy figures of like the superhero form. It's they got the ideal one, which is kind of like a normal person and a superhero. That's kind of like the gist of it. It's a pretty cool little figure though. I shouldn't have continued it. And I was gonna have the heads be removable. And I was gonna have my price be very competitive with like the end. Oh man, like every time I look at it, I'm like, it's not like inspired. It's like, it's cool. Okay, but I'm just gonna undo all the stuff I just did right there to it. That's the nice thing about. Did I? Alright, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, I should make it. It'd be pretty much like this. You know what I could probably do is, the cool thing is that once I make a figure, like, you know, it's like this here, I can always repurpose it. I mean, I could cut the head off, I can reproportion it and things like that, and then I can actually have like my figure again. So it saves me time on like making the next figure, which is nice. Okay, back to this. Okay, I'm just talking way too much now, so BCB right here. I was worried about this right here. When it gets bunched up like this right here. Gotta smooth that out. Now there's a shoulder blade right. Oh shit, I have symmetry off. No, why? There it goes. Has a shoulder blade right. Oh shoot, that's not good. Shoulder blade right here, kind of buff that up a bit right there. That muscle right here. I'm going to take the BDS right here, the Damien standard brush. Kind of divide this right here. I like to make sure. Now the cool thing is the bodybuilders always have kind of a name for muscles, or it's like a kite, so it's shaped like a kite here, the trapezius. So I try to keep that, and then I have this habit of making sure this curves in like this right here, and then I go to BCB right here. I want to start kind of filling this in. I gotta make sure I mask this real quick, so I don't start pulling that by accident. Don't want to pull muscle. Oh. Just kind of, and the thing about the back right here, it has kind of this. Actually, I did a little too much right there. Like this needs to be more like a diamond right back here. Does anyone play Destiny by chance? I'm just kind of curious. Gonna bring this out a bit more. I really want these legs to be like something to be feared. Oh, like it's saving. Chun-Li would be afraid of these legs. Ooh, I don't want them too big looking though. I don't want them too massive looking. I don't want them too disgusting. Like, I'm not saying they're disgusting, just that it can be a little overkill. Something like, yeah, that's better. I would have to add more contrast to the knee then. Maybe. And it's important that you know where the muscles connect. This muscle here, this quad muscle on the side here, goes around, connects along to like the back of the bone right here, the femur. I'm going to go ahead and emphasize this muscle right here. This muscle connects to a tendon along right here, along with the glutes right here, along down here, and there's like this muscle tendon right here. That's very visible, and like whenever it's you flex and or you just have low body fat in general, but there's a tendon right here. That this muscle right here, along with the glutes right here, connects straight down alongside of this muscle right here. It's right there. But I'm just going to do that real quick because I'm not at that point right now. Let me check my figure right here real quick. Just like, yeah, his legs are pretty, yeah, okay, pretty dense. You heard of Destiny? Well, okay, well, oh shoot, did my broadcast just end? Did my broadcast stop? What the? Can you guys hear me still? Hello? Okay, oh my god, this internet. You guys can hear me, right? Okay, it shows that it's still going. Is it up again? It says that I have low video output though. I wonder why. Okay, that's good. How am I having low video? Okay, my phone is off. That's unplugged. Hold on, let me just check something real quick. I'll be back. I have to check something else real quick. Hold on. But okay, actually, before I go, let me just say that Destiny, it's all right. My brother plays it a lot though. He plays it a lot. And with Destiny 2 out, he's playing it probably right now. He's not here right now though. He's elsewhere playing it. But he is, yeah, he likes it a lot. I don't know why people like it a lot, but I hear that Destiny 2 is better than Destiny 1. And they tweaked a lot of things that people that didn't like Destiny 1 will like Destiny 2. But but I'll be back real quick. Maybe in that time, maybe my internet will stop messing Okay, I'm back. Looks like I dropped some frames again. It's cool that my OBS, Open Broadcast software, shows me the frames dropped. But it kind of bothers me though. Because when I turn this into a time lapse, it's going to have like... I guess it won't be very noticeable though. It will be a pretty fast time lapse. Okay. BCB right here. I'm going to go ahead and... just kind of shave away at this a little bit. It feels almost like sometimes when I use a tool, like the way it's used is almost kind of like the tool I would use traditionally. But like with better control over it. All right. Oh yeah. Then let me go here real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and take this here. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna make a copy of it real quick. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rotate that. Oh. Let's move the whole thing right here real quick. I'm just gonna make this narrow right here because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make that little blade on his arm. His hands have this like stabby thing. That's what I'll call it. Maxx is very strange. Like the comic is a very psychological thing. Like I don't know if he's on drugs or something, but yeah. You guys can still hear me, right? Everything good? Everything good now? I'm gonna make these when I try to make this 3D printable, I will probably try to make this printed separately maybe. I've been thinking about these broadcasts, about making sure they're made private afterwards, so that I could make these into a time lapse. And I'll keep the original open, or original around, so that people would still be able to, like, if they wanted to hear my, I don't know, my commentary, I guess. I doubt it, but like, he's got to make this Adam's apple thing. It's important though. It's important anatomy wise. Not Adam's apple, it's that skin, whatever that connects. And this is bothering me here because it's lacking anatomy details here. Like I could probably get away with it, but it's not what I want. Gotta carve into this here because of the collarbones here. The collarbone kind of split, and I like to really put emphasis on that. Better. The old YouTube thing is kind of weird though. Okay, actually, let me start making his expression now. I'm gonna start roughing out his facial expression, maybe some other details here. Emphasis along the cheekbone right here. Cut that in right there. I want to make sure I have that muzzle kind of look right here, that kind of skeleton kind of deal. BMV. It's very important too that you understand like the bones just in general. So if you ever want to make zombies or stuff. Bring this forehead a bit forward. I want to have this skull kind of like this here, like Neanderthal like, to make the expression a little more. Bring that back. Then I'm going to take this here and then there we go. That's better. A few little tweaks right there. I want to pull this back because this here, what I did was, it's important that you know the bones, especially the skull. Okay, if you had to choose any part of the human skeleton, I guess, like to learn, like first, I guess I would say it would be the skull. Just that because when you make faces, it'll be a lot easier to understand. Like other things are just basically like sticks, and you can understand like you can get away with stuff like, oh, this is the elbow here, the wrist bone. Like when I make the wrist here, let me make sure I turn transparency on and solo mode on. Is I like to add this bone right here, BCB right here, because it kind of indicates the. Because if you look at your forearm, there's that bone that sticks out by your pinky. If you look at your forearm at your wrist, there should be a bone that protrudes right here, on the back part of your arm right here. That's always the thing I like to add. At the same time, this kind of like gradually goes in for the wrist. I like to kind of add that little bone right there, in the back part right here. Make that go down, and then that right there. And then that muscle that goes right here. That muscle that comes right here. And that goes dips in right here, and that smooths out. Okay, that's fine right there. Okay. But let me work on his face again, and then. Okay. Look, it's looking good. Now sometimes his mask varies though, where like it could be nice clean teeth that look like they're just kind of like a costume kind of drawn on. I like to make his teeth kind of seem like an actual kind of skull. So I like to kind of like draw in kind of like these teeth here. But I'm not gonna. That's not what it's gonna be. But it's kind of like what I'm going to go for right here. Kind of something along the lines of that. Let me turn that solo mode off real quick, and then transparency. It's gonna be along the lines of that, but not yet. But I'm thinking about maybe making part of this available for online download and print for everyone. I'm probably gonna do this. I'm probably gonna have this part maybe available for printing, just like a bust. But it's his face is gonna have some serious detail though. It's gonna have some nice detail on it. See his back alone. Look at that. It looks great. Like I like to do that to provide samples, and the cool thing is I hit over 700 subscribers recently. I think it was earlier today. So I guess I'll make this one. I'll make this. Oh, wrong thing. I'll make this available right here for download and print. It'll be much higher resolution and crazier details. So yeah, and I like to kind of make that available, but I like to keep them all. I want to say. I like to keep it for myself, but the thing is that I put time and effort into it, and like I was thinking about having a Patreon or something of like if you want a full model or whatever, you pay like this, like at this tier you get the model or whatever. You could print it, or I will send you a file so you could print it on your own printer or something. I don't know, or I could print it for you and I could clean up and paint it, and then you can get it. So it's something like that. Think about have tiers. It would help because if I can have Patreon kind of, I want to say replace my job, but if I get like a Patreon to like kind of, yeah, I guess take over my job, or my current job, then I would be doing this a lot more, and I'd be having more stuff coming out. It'd be fun. But yeah, let me see. But sometimes you get tempted when you are sculpting something. You are tempted to start adding like details. But I gotta hold back on that. I can't yet. I gotta make sure everything looks right. I guess I should make it. I should make fists. Let me see. Wait. When I sculpted this guy, did I not make his middle finger? Oh no, I did make his middle finger. It broke off. Gosh dang it all. His middle finger broke off. That's funny. Okay, what I would probably do, the issue though is, right. Sorry. When I sculpt digitally, like one of my issues with hands is that when I make a closed fist, like the geometry kind of gets in the way of each other. That the brush, and even if I turn to topological like effect or on the brushes on, it just kind of still messes with it. So what I usually do is I go to a BCW, which is usually the clay tube brush, and I'll just make the fingers first. So what I do is I used to use Z spheres a lot of times to make the form and everything like that, which I can still do. Not as often though. Alright, I'm gonna go to make this a little larger though. I don't think I'm concerned about. What the heck? Why is this not? That's bizarre. Hold on. Well, that's weird. It's not doing it. Oh, there it goes. Whoa, what the heck? Why is it doing that? What the freaking heck? Okay, well, fine. Be that way. That's fine then. I can always inflate it later, I guess, and stretch it. So there's one right there. I'm going to go ahead and save that, and then I'm going to go ahead and go to here, which I'm going to draw another finger. I'm going to bend this real quick. Because what I'm going to do later is I'm going to go ahead and make it into a closed fist. I'm going to go ahead and go like that. That's fine. It's not ideal, but I'm not going to make the other fingers yet because all the other fingers are just a copy of each other. You know, maybe slightly, the orientation slightly tweaked and the size slightly different. I'm going to go ahead and I want to make these, the thing is though, I don't want these to be part of the thing yet, so I'm going to make these into a separate, I'm going to split this real quick. Let me split the hidden. Because I want to be able to work on these without having to worry about affecting the, so BMV. I don't want to dynamesh and things like that, but I don't want to. I just want to be able to kind of work on it. Oh boy, like that, see? There it goes. Kind of draw that out a bit right there. Switch that. Pull that up. Start making kind of the knuckles right here. I'm going to go ahead and dynamesh that real quick. It might be a little too big for the hand. Let me just turn. I want to hide the spikes and the feet, the toes right now. Yeah, I think I'm going to shrink the fingers down a bit. Let me go ahead and go here and shrink it down a bit. Okay, that's better. Let me just check my reference here real quick. Well, my sculpture shows. You know, I might enlarge his hands a bit, but that's fine. If I start this size right here, I can always enlarge his fist later. Okay, so that's kind of like the general kind of deal right here. Now, I don't have to worry about sculpting his fingernails and stuff like that because, like, first of all, you won't even see these fingernails at all. My concern, I'm gonna go ahead and turn up the resolution of this a bit. So let me see. I'm going to turn up the resolution of the dynamesh right here real quick. I'm going to go to I guess 32. A little bit, and then, not too much. Let me go to 64. Oh, that's more resolution. That is so much more resolution. That is. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, since that. Now, I'm not too worried about the details on it in here. It's more or less I have to now start sculpting, I guess the outer knuckles right here. B, C, B. So this will be some detailing work. Now, the hands, if you do, okay, if there's anything you want to really focus on when you start doing any kind of art, it would be faces, hands, and feet. I'm serious. That's primary things right there. Those are things you should probably look really into on how to really do well. Whoa, whoopsie daisy. Switch to this real quick. Just kind bring this out a bit right here. This is wrong right here. This should not be doing that. I would like to make his hands a little larger. His hands have kind of an arch. It's weird that this character's a hobo. I wonder what was like going through that person's mind when they were making this. Like, I don't know. Don't know how to explain it, but it's interesting. Now, the thing though is these fingers should be tapering in after each knuckle, but should be at the same time tapering as it gets closer to the tip of the finger. Now, as I said before, I shouldn't be really focusing too much on the inner part of the hand, but that's a good start right there. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to, that's right here, I'm going to just copy this finger over, which is pretty cool, which goes like, if it will let me. There it goes. Now, I'm going to turn that off. I hate that little gizmo sometimes. I like Git 3D, it's pretty cool, but it just, oh shoot, what the heck? There it goes. Whoa, what the heck is going on here? Why is this moving all funky? There it goes. Ah, what the heck? Just make duplicates of these fingers right now, real quick. Like that, okay. I'll fix them soon, okay? Yeah, as I said before, just for feet, yeah, feet are interesting. I would say definitely, it's overall, it's just important to not just worry about the form of it. Like, form is definitely important. You definitely want to know the high points, that and that, but the anatomy will definitely help you understand. So if you have to, I would say draw or sculpt the feet, sculpt the muscles over it, and then sculpt the skin over it. Alright? Do that maybe a few times, you have a much better understanding of it, and it'll be a lot easier. Alright? Heck, you have your own feet too you can look at, you can sculpt. I don't know, there's like certain little tips and easy things you can do. Hold on, let me go ahead and, that's important I make sure these are all dynameshed differently, because when I start posing these fingers into a fist, I would like to have them all separate poly groups right here. Dang, that's a dense thing right there. I gotta retopologize that. I gotta go ZRemesher. That is super dense for fingers. That's more than this figure right here, like the whole body. Dang. Okay. All right. Well, interesting. Let me see. I'm gonna have to auto group this real quick. Now, the thing I kind of find bothersome is I wish these would. There it goes. They would like group the similar. They have a. I think they have a. No, I don't know. Merge similar groups. I think. Does that work? No, that didn't work at all. Failure. Boom. Boom. I just have to go through each of these here. And making sure I can make sure these are the same poly group. Because when I start making them into a fist, I like to control each of the fingers separately so that it becomes more realistic of a fist. And then when I dynamesh it and make it into a geometry where the parts that are hidden will disappear and form a seamless and oh, you're signing off at 1:30. Oh, you're 1:30 where you're at. Oh, dang. Okay, sure. No, that's fine. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by, and hope to see you again. All right. Yeah. So it was great, and wonder if Ella's still here. But yeah. No. Thanks. Thanks, Factory 64. Usually, I usually have a pretty good memory on who stops by these broadcasts. So far, I think it's been 5 people. Not a lot, but it's still something. But no, thanks. Night. Yeah. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. I'm almost done with polygrouping these son of a guns. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe ending the broadcast in about 30 minutes and then moving on to a project I have to finish up. So yeah. All right, but definitely thanks. I know you're probably not here anymore, but thanks. Visible. I have a. Oh, why don't I just do this? Forgot I could press Control W. There it goes. Okay, cool. Now I can do this now, which is pretty cool. The key is now when I use this gizmo tool and I click Alt on something, it should mask. There it goes. Mask everything but that particular tool. Now I can go ahead and switch between them, orient them a bit, shrink them down a little bit, or maybe elongate them a little bit. What the heck? Why is this not working? There it goes. We can elongate it a little bit, maybe. I can also rotate it a little bit. What the heck is going on here? I think it's thinking I'm looking at this right here, back here, but I'm using this right here. Oh, there it goes. That's right. Yeah, that's what it was. Now I do have to make sure I have dynamic perspective on. Yeah, so this is without dynamic perspective on, which looks great. However, be a little off. But when I start posing it, I guess it'll be all right. Okay, let me see. Okay, rotate this. It's almost like a puzzle, I guess, or something, where also I need to shrink this down a bit. There it goes, and then I'll go to this one right here, which then I'll bring this one over here. I'll shrink this down. Oh, that's not right. Ah, what the heck? That's not what I was trying to do. Why did I think I wanted to shrink it? I wasn't trying to do that. Kind of like that. Okay, that's looking pretty good right there. Wait, I had to check something real quick. I think my video broadcast, I think my failed one. Yeah, my failed one got posted. I'll have to delete it real quick. Hold on. Yeah, okay, that's good. Oh, shoot, please don't. Oh, crud. Oh, no. No, wait. No. Oh, crap. I hope I didn't delete the wrong one. Can I undo that? Fudge. I hope that was the bad one. It was only like 2 minutes worth. Ugh. My broadcast stopped before, and I'm worried that I might have deleted the other stuff. Crap. I hope not. Okay. All right. Crap. Well, I should really have thought about that before I did that. Alright, there it goes. That's better. I'll turn dynamic perspective on. I'm gonna. Now, this is a little disconcerting just because the fact that. I don't know. I think it's maybe the face. Yeah, the face needs to be. pull down a bit. Oh, that's a little better. So with that off, with that on. I really hope I didn't accidentally delete like half my broadcast. Alright, let me go ahead and turn that back on that layer again. That layer, there it goes. You know, I really do like how the hand looks. So I'm thinking that I'm going to go ahead and maybe trim and save it. I'm going to duplicate that layer real quick. I'm going to duplicate that. Oh, I duplicated the wrong thing. Let me check my reference here real quick on his arms. He got massive arms, alright. So I think I should go ahead and go back to here and like bring this out some more. It does not make sense if I don't do that. So there it goes. That looks so much better. No, I don't think his shoulders are making much sense. I need to get a top view. The way it works is that the collarbone goes here and then kind of juts back out. So I'm going to need to move this right here. Move that out a bit. Move this a bit, type it right here. Yeah, okay, that's better. And then move this out. And then move that back. Clean this up a bit. Boom. I should really emphasize that hunch. But he's got that kind of like arch back kind of feature here. At the same time, he's kind of hunched over. Oh, you're probably not here anymore, Factory. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hope to see you again. Whoops, I didn't see that last part he wrote to me. I think I'll finish this in the next broadcast. No, I don't like that. I like to use the move brush BM. I like that detail. Now I'll go to BDS right here, the Damien brush. Just checking my sculpture right here to kind of see what I have going on here. It's got that kind of that tailbone right there. That them glutes. The glutes to the maximus. I want to bring these hips out a little more, I guess. Got to make sure this muscle is better. When do I plan to stream next time? Hello, Ganel. I'm thinking I will try again. I will try for tomorrow. I'm thinking because I have a day off tomorrow. And I think normally I broadcast around this time or maybe an hour later. I think I will broadcast maybe an hour or maybe similar to what I did today. So right now it's like 10:42 where I'm at right now. So I might start maybe around 8:30 or something along those lines right there. Oh, oops, my phone is on charging. So if you go back maybe an hour, maybe about 2 hours ago, maybe I'll be starting. I might start in about 22 hours from now. But that's what I'm thinking. Like, because this is like so close, as you can see, the fingers are there, the spike is there. All I have to really do is just like Dynamesh it and start adding the details. But I'm gonna stop in about 15 minutes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and still continue getting the form done. You know, smooth it out here and there. Because look. So if I do this here and I go to divide, it looks so much smoother already. It'd be so much more detailed. Look, when I start doing this, see, it's so much more crisp. Stuff like that, but not yet. I'm not ready there yet. I gotta pace myself. When there's kind of this barrel kind of chest here, with that hero kind of. Oh, what the heck? My mouse wigged out on me right there. Kind of this barrel chest, maybe even bring these abs. Maybe a bit more. Maybe even taper these abs a bit. But yeah, I'm as I said before, I'm thinking about 22 hours from now. Add a bit of like detail right here with the. You gotta keep in mind though that you may have the obliques here, like not the obliques. You may have like the main set of abs here, but there's obliques that run here, and it has this like this muscle that coats the both of them, which creates this kind of this strand, I'll call it. So kind of like, especially when they're flexed, creates that kind of this. I'm not sure what it's called. Like the proper word for it right now. I gotta make sure I have this going right here. Get that muscle right. Get the muscle bit. Just like these little details here and there make a difference. And if it looks great without a lot of detail on it, then I'm on the right track. That's what you have to say sometimes too. You gotta be like, if it looks good now, it's gonna look better later. But you can't like, the thing though is you can't get carried away with just focusing on form. You do have to at one point move on. But the speed I'm doing this right now, like the quality, I'm not too worried. I don't think I've spent too much time yet. But chest looks better now. See, it's just that little tweak right there. What I like the cool thing is that I really like to emphasize this fan shape by kind of going like this here, kind of bring the muscles like this here. Really emphasize that kind of that fan here, and then the thing is though, it's not a high enough poly yet for me to kind of really do anything yet, but it's gonna look great. Looking good. I guess I'll just work on the face a bit more, and I'm gonna slightly increase the Dynamesh, which is the thing that retopologizes the mesh and it combines everything and makes it much better. So it's almost like working with clay. I'm gonna make that a 30. I guess 32. So it went from 41 points to a total of 75 points. 75,000, I mean, I should say. So that's actually a decent amount of geometry that's been added. So it looks smoother, see? So if you look here, it's a lot smoother looking now. And this is how you slowly add detail. So this is another process of working with Dynamesh, is that you start adding more and more details. And then I'm going to add his eyes. His eyes are, since it's a comic book, I want to say it's cartoony, but I said B-I-T-C-H. No, okay. B-I-T. There it goes. He's surprised. What? Okay. He's like coming on his head. Now, his eyes are not going to be like that, though. This is a cool little figure, man. Like, oh, it's going to be so cool. You know, oh, that's cool. That's the thing. I had so many, like, ideas for this character, like, poses and stuff. Like, I was thinking about having this guy with those little weird ink-like looking creatures crawling on him. I know, going against the crazy scientist guy. I think that was in there. It was weird. And then with his girlfriend or something. And it's not really a girlfriend. It's like some I don't know what it is, but whoa, no. Along those lines right here. He doesn't have like realistic eyes, like, is what I'm trying to do, I guess. I'm gonna go to transparency right here. I'm gonna start cutting this here. I'm gonna go to the B trim. Is it L? Yeah, lasso. Trim is the lasso right there. Oh no! Don't tell me it's. Oh, wait, what? Did it work? What? What the heck? Oh my gosh, I hate this. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna use this. Okay. I'll cut the bottom of that. Oh shoot. That's alright. Hold on. Trim the bottom of that. Trim this a bit in. Trim the back. Don't trim too much of that, actually. That's fine. Okay, that looks better. Okay, cool. I'm just going to emphasize his... I don't mean to like toot my own horn, but I really do like the way I made this. I put emphasis on that. Like, I really like to emphasize like that, the muzzle of it right there. Then I'm gonna have to bring out the jaws because it needs to be triangular. So I'm gonna have to bring this out. Then flatten that a bit. Looks like a duck. Quack quack. Quack quack mother. Quack quack mother. Okay. That looks better already. Nice. 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 How many how many do I have on here? Oh, I need to check my sculpture here to see 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, it is 10 teeth he has on here. I'm just trying to count the, yeah. My reference is my old sculpture I made based on reference material of the character. The clay is cracking and everything, so looks so cool though. Survived for a long time. Now my stream is healthy. How many frames have I dropped? I dropped. Well, I guess in comparison, it's not that bad. It says I have 154,000 frames that have been encoded, and about 1,500 drop. So, I guess it won't affect it too much. Hold on, let me just check my videos real quick. Oh wait, if I refresh it, does it affect my 1,680? So I'm trying something with my never mind, it's not working right now for some reason. I don't want to risk it getting messed up. Let me try that again. Okay, well, I want to take this resolution up to 40 actually. I'm thinking about it's almost time for me to start. Yeah, now it's at 1,117 now. Now I'm really getting to the form. So what I'm thinking about doing now at this point is I might have to zero mesh this real quick and then divide it so I can keep the geometry and then, you know, be able to work. Wait, where are all these points at? Like the active points right now is this right here. Where are those? Oh, that's right. The outrageous amount of points is this right here. I was gonna say. I'm like, where are these other points from? Like, why is it so much of an issue? That's okay. That's why. The fingers alone, the geometry of the fingers, is more than the geometry of this whole figure right here. That's a little ridiculous. Oh yeah, it's cutting so much smoother. It's looking pretty nice now. It's so much easier now. It's getting to the point where it's kind of, I want to say it's getting like buttery smooth. So it's kind of nice now. Oh, you're going? Oh, all right. See ya. See ya. Yeah, I'll try tomorrow. Um, so remember. So thanks. See you again tomorrow, maybe. I'm typing this out. in about 22 hours. I'll make a live event. How about that? I'll make a live event. I don't know, I'm starting to get carried away now with this. Alright, I'm just trying to... I'm thinking about broadcasting on this Twitch as well. However, since I'm using the free version of this open broadcasting software, or not open, no. Is it OBS, open broadcast software? Yeah. OBS. Okay, it's time to start bringing this out right here. This. Now this muscle needs, I'm going to hide this arm. That's why I have the polygroups. And then this one right here. I usually like to go in numbers of 3 with the with these muscles right here. Because these muscles usually get tucked in. Like, it's a weird weave they have here with these muscles. These muscles kind of weave with each other right here. They like weave in a bit. Here. They kind of like spread out a bit. Oh, that's having part of the mask hiding, that's why. I think these are just not right. I need to bring these out more, so I'm using the move brush. So I want to make these like kind of overlap in this sense right here. So I want to have this kind of dip in a bit. And then this one will go so it's more or less refining right now because I need a certain kind of look to before I start adding the real like detail to it. Like I am adding detail, but like oops, B SR. Okay, that's better. Now, as you can see here, if I mask, the mask is off, like in the sense of like what it used to be. Like this is out of date now. Like the it's not matching up anymore. So I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna mask again. And I'm trying to. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to separate the shoulder from the shoulder from the body right now. Kind of my concern right now. And then I'm trying. Oh crap! I'm trying to separate the legs from the body as well, just so that it makes it easier to easier to pose and everything later. You can see it's not a super smooth mask, which means that I should increase the subdivisions again later, or not increase the resolution later. Just gotta separate this. So I'm trying to make sure the tailbone is included in the body. You know what? I should keep that masked here. That looks pretty good right now. Okay. What it's looking like? Okay, the neck is its own kind of thing right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate this here. I'll just make sure. Okay, I just want to remove that little bit of mask right there. So now it should be fine now. Wait, what happened to the mask? Wait, what happened? That was weird. Let me try that again. Okay. There it goes. There. Okay, there. That's better. I guess I should make sure the neck remains kind of its own, I guess. Okay, I'll just do this then. I'll just. Sorry, it's just like it may not seem important, but it'll make things easier later on. So I'm just trying to organize my sculpts topology, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Is it deformation? Yeah, sometimes I'm just group masked. Okay, it should be a lot cleaner now. So when I click on the body, I got the body selected. And then I got the arms right here. Now, the shoulders are not the same polygroup though, but that's fine. That works. I always combine those easily later. It's just so that I can easily clean up the armpit section right here if I need to later. Now, however, the legs here though has this little chunk right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine that real quick. That's pretty good right there. So I'm going to go ahead and group the visible right here. So I go to, there we go, that's better. And then go to here and here. Then I'll group that. There it goes. So now I can switch between them. So I got the, wait, what is that? Why is there? Okay, there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and now it should be fixed. There, yeah, okay, yeah, there it goes. That's good now. So now I have a better flow now here. I got the kind of the neck section right here. I got the head, shoulders. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. Wait, what's this? What's going on here now? I'm gonna... Wait, what? Okay, hold on. I'm almost there. Alright. Fixed. Okay. I think I should call it a day. I gotta work on some other stuff. But I'm liking this. It's looking good. Let me do a quick turntable, I guess. Save as Maxx 2. Do I want to replace it? Yes. I should have the... Yeah, undo history on. Let me do a quick turnaround, I guess, turntable. It's been a while since I've done that, actually. Movie, let's go document. Let's go large. I hate the overlay image. Like, it's by default. They put that on there. By default, it's set to 2 seconds. Ridiculous. Shameless advertising, so done. Like, if anyone's familiar with the software, then you know it's ZBrush. I'm not saying it's shameless, it's just that it's so annoying. Like, every time I have to go to the setting here and make sure it's at 0. Okay. I'm gonna just do a quick turntable. I hope it's not affecting my internet. Like, it's processing it. Should be fine. Okay, it says my broadcast is doing fine. But yeah, so it looks pretty good. I have to center those a little better though, a little off. And I have to maybe make them a little thinner. I might just have to make his forearms larger. It might just come down to that. Alright, I think I'm good. Yeah, well, thanks guys for stopping by, and I'd like to, I guess, shout out L, Creeper Factory 64, and Erwin for stopping by. I think there's one other person. I don't think they said anything though, but it did show that someone else was there. But yeah, well, thanks. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I hope I didn't accidentally delete the first half. I want to see you soon. All right. I'm going to try again Monday, which is Monday the 11th at about Pacific Coast time. Okay, so this would be about 22 hours from now. It would be about 8 o'clock, 8:30 maybe. If you live along the west coast of the United States, along the Pacific Coast. Yeah. Okay.